joy in my heart. You know why? Because the counselor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern Wasa. Come on. To govern Wasa, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saeed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saeed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Just a little reminder, we are the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. So what you can do, call your friends, call your family, let them know the #1 current affairs program is going live on Synergy Network from 7 to 8 presently. So viewers, remember we also have a rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And also a reminder of Friday coming up this week, we're going to have our Sides Backyard Cookout. Remember that? Friday gone was a blast. We enjoyed it. It was entertaining. It was eventful for you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. We're doing something different on a Friday night. Remember that. So if you think you could bubble a pot and you want to come along and be part of our entertainment, part of our chef, not a problem. Just give me a call, 339-1670, and we're going to put you on board. You saw how it was last week? It's just pure fun. No hate. We don't have the energy for hating. Now, reminder, Real Talk Credit Union is asking you, the members of Trinidad and Tobago, to become members. Become members. Also, remember my license money lender, so if you're looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. As long as you have some form of collateral, we can do business with you. Also, Real Talk is offering you 4% on fixed deposits. We have the highest interest rate in Trinidad and Tobago on fixed deposit. You can start from as low as $20,000 for your son or your grandson, your friend, your family, mommy, daddy, anybody. 20%, not 20%, $20,000 for 5 years, 4%, it's something better for you in 2024. Nobody else do it like Real Talk. So viewers, our number will be on screen shortly. Our office open from Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Call our numbers, set up an appointment, meet with our staff, and we can do business. So this is our phone number, viewers. Feel free to call the office, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday, Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Those of you who have US dollars to sell, US currency, call me or call my office numbers. I am buying whatever you have. Just call me. So viewers, as we start our program tonight, members of the public will be allowed to say their final goodbye to former Prime Minister Wasa and Panday when he is cremated under Hindu rites at the Shore of Peace, Mosquito Creek, South Oropouche on January 9th. Panday died at the age of 90 in the US on January 1st. He went there in mid-December for medical treatment. His state funeral service takes place at the Southern Academy for the Performing Arts. That's in Sapa, in San Fernando, from 9 a.m. tomorrow, January 9th. Panday's funeral service will be broadcast live on all media house platforms. Now, due to the limited space at Sapa, additional viewing via a large screen will be available on first come, first served basis at Skinner Park in San Fernando. Everyone physically attending the funeral is asked to be seated by 8:15 a.m. Parking has been made available for members of the public at Skinner Park, second ground located at 3rd Street in San Fernando, opposite the Sapa and next to the Astra Boys College. Only specially marked vehicle with parking pass will be allowed parking at the Sapa compound and use the 3rd Street entrance to the Skinner Park second ground. So Trinidad and Tobago, you want to bid your farewell? Final farewell to Mr. Wasa and Panday, you can do that at Sapa tomorrow. He was a man of the soil, he was the founder of the UNC, he did a lot of things for Trinidad and Tobago. Now, that's his funeral date set. Why it is government and ministry offices, there's wait for an icon to die before you give them the highest medal or a hummingbird medal or some big prize. Why wait till the individual died then to give them that? Why? We so backward in Trinidad. I hear they want to do all kind of thing with birthday upon their name. Award, school. When the man living, all they want to give him nothing. When he dead now, you want to give him? We're backward in Trinidad. And we need to do something about that. We need to do something about that. That's craziness. When a man dead, you want to name this and you want to give him that and you want to give him the next and you want to name this building after him and you want to change that name. No, do it while he's living. If he's an icon when he's living, let him live the benefit of an icon when he's alive and not when he's dead. That is something that needs to be changed in Trinidad and Tobago. We're too lackadaisical, we're too backward. No wonder why we remain in third world and can't go up not even to the second world country in Trinidad. Imagine that, eh? Sad. Moving along. Attorney for the widow of Massey Engineering or Engineered Solution Limited pipe fitter Alan Lane Ramkisoon have written to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley asking for a copy of the report on the accident which claimed his life on June 15, 2023. On June 15, 2023, Ramkisoon was burnt while working at Naikwan gas to liquid plant in Pointe-à-Pied. 3 days later, on June 18th, Ramkisoon died in Colombia, where he was being treated. Ramkisoon was buried over around 40%. Ramkisoon was burnt over around 40% of his body, and further injured when he jumped 10 feet to escape the flames in the room where he was trapped. Immediately after the incident, Occupational Safety and Health Agency OSHA called on Naikwan to stop work at its facility. The incident was described as an accidental flash fire. Massey Energy and Naikwan launched investigations, as did the OSHA agency and the Ministry of Energy. Shortly after the incident, Prime Minister stated it was uncertain if the Energy Minister investigation into the incident could be made public, since Naikwan was a private legal entity. So let me tell you something. He was working in a company, yes. The widow is requesting the report, the accidental report from the company. Let me tell you something. No safety company in Trinidad have the authorization to deny her that report. No company in Trinidad and Tobago have the rights to deny her that report. That is a worker in the company and that is his wife. If you have something to hide, you will try all how to deny giving her that report. But I'm going to tell you something. A good lawyer, a proper lawyer, and you carry them to court. Do you have something to hide? No. Why not release it to the deceased wife? If you can't, which means you have something to hide. And any company, if you have nothing to hide, you will gladly release it. Because the company is run by individual, human being. I am sure if your mother, father, brother, sister, wife die in a company and it's on an accidental death, I am definitely sure you're going to want to see the accidental report. You cannot say, Saieed, you're lying. Because if my brother or my wife or my sister or my kids die in an accident in a company, I'm going to tell you something, furnish me with that report because I'm going to see real hell. I don't care who the hell all is. That is just me. That is just me. So, no one has the right to refuse the widow that accidental report. Hey, in Trinidad here, we just do what we want. Not what we feel like, what we want. The divers, what become of that report? What become of that report? 4 families are suffering right now. Kids have no father. Wives have no husband. And nothing ain't come out from that. Millions spent behind it. And nothing came out from that. Company has something to hide. I don't know. We gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see. Trinidad easy, It's a heck of a thing. It's a heck of a thing. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to hear the Transport Ministry makes changes to Class 3 driver exam study guide after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at RealTalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of RealTalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust RealTalk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At RealTalk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. RealTalk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
RealTalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the RealTalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
So welcome back to RealTalk viewers. Remember, we are offering you 4% on fixed deposit. You can't go wrong. You're looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. As long as you have collateral, we would lend. So, the licensing division of the Works and Transport Ministry has advised the public of amendments to the Light Motor Vehicle Driving Examination Study Guide, saying it was a continued commitment to promote road safety. A media statement from the ministry said copies of the revised document will be available at all our licensing offices starting today. The statement added that the new regulation for sitting a driver's license class 3 examination will take effect on March 4, 2024. The ministry reminded the public that successful sitting of examination is the first step in receiving a provisional permit, a learner's permit. The statement added, the Ministry of Works and Transport thanked the public for their continued cooperation as we continue to work a collaborative to promote the culture of road safety. Well, we're just going to wait and see how that turns out. Nevertheless. So Trinidad and Tobago, let's strikes again. Our 60-year-old Commissioner of Police is begging God once more and is asking you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, to beg God. When Gary Griffith, former Commissioner of Police, was active in Trinidad and Tobago as the Commissioner, he would pray in the morning, he would pray with his officers, and then they would come out and do their due duty. What is their duty? To run down criminal. That was their duty, to run down criminal. They would ask God for health, strength, guidance, and protection. And they would run down criminal. That was their job. I never heard Gary coming out and asking citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to beg God to intervene. All my life of living in Trinidad and Tobago, this is the first police commissioner begging God for an intervention. Let me tell you something. In Israel and Gaza, war is going on for weeks, and they are begging God. Is God intervening? Is strike and bombs every day in the Gaza, in Israel, in Pakistan. Is God intervening? No. Because God is not going to leave up there to come down here. No. So I want to tell Erla on national television, stop begging God. You know what God gonna say? God could have come down? God would have asked you why it is you ain't doing your work as you're supposed to. What you begging me for? If you have obtained the position as the Commissioner of Police, you swore on oath to protect and serve human beings. Why are you asking me to intervene? And you have a portfolio to live up to protect and serve? Why it is are you begging me? Begging me for what? What are you begging me for? You have obtained, talking to the commissioner, you have obtained the portfolio of the Commissioner of Police to protect and serve. Are you doing what you're supposed to do? You're begging God for intervention. Are you doing what you're supposed to do? You know what God said to us as human beings? If you get up and go, I will walk with you. If you go looking for a job, I will open up the door for you. If you're sick in your body and you get up and you make an attempt to go by the doctor, I would work through the doctor to help you. As the murder toll for 2024 continue to climb, Police Commissioner Erla Hayward Christopher has again highlighted the need for divine intervention to help quell the escalated violence. Hayward Christopher made the remarks during the annual TTPS Interfaith service at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Concept in Port of Spain on Sunday. In her address, she stressed the needs for God's support in an anti-crime effort. Earlier, you don't need God in an anti-crime effort. You know what you need God to do? You need a miracle from God for a sickness. You are the head of TTPS in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something. You don't need God to round up criminal, you know. You have already obtained the position. You have already obtained the license to go after a criminal. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something earlier. Every businessman in Trinidad and Tobago, or let me rephrase that, every individual in Trinidad and Tobago, they pray to be rich. Every individual in Trinidad and Tobago, they pray for a big house and a nice swimming pool and a maid. Does everyone get it? No, everyone doesn't get it. You know why? You know why? Some were meant to be garbage collectors. Some were meant to be packers and grocery. Some were meant to be taxi drivers. Some were meant to be woodwork workers. God placed them at their level of ability that He has bestowed upon them. God grant you. Earlier, God grant you the access to be the commissioner of police. To beg who? Beg God? No. He gave you the highest level of the protective service in Trinidad and Tobago, the commissioner of police, to go after criminal. So don't beg God to bring criminal up to you. The criminal begging God, Lord, don't let the police catch me today. Allah acknowledge the supremacy of God and the important role He has to play for us in achieving our mandate. Because, let me tell you something. If you cannot do the work as a police commissioner, resign and go home. Do not embarrass your 60-year-old self. Don't do that. Because I, Saieed, will embarrass you on national television. Hear what she had to say.
I just want to take this opportunity to thank you all for your attendance this morning as we come and we acknowledge the supremacy of God and the important role that He has to play in us achieving our mandate. We know all that we would have gone through, and we know that with God's grace and with His help, we will succeed. The tides will turn, and we will see the success that we desire.
Now I'm going to tell you something earlier. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed. Great program as usual.
Thank you.
Very important topic, a national topic. Look at the day today. 17 murders.
Correct.
Many of them get shot and injured and lying maybe the same amount, right? Anyway, Ola, I want Rowley to give Ola another year in office, because that is what this country deserves. Hello?
Yes, go right ahead. I'm listening to you.
Oh, I thought I got cut off.
No, I'm listening.
That is what this country deserves, because citizens had an opportunity to change it. Last year they didn't do it. So we are reaping the harvest of it. No, Ola don't have a clue about crime. Everybody know that. So the person who hired her, you know what he doing? When he got caught with the pants down, he started to blame everybody for his shortcomings. He blamed the police service have criminal, the parliament have criminal, custom, everybody. They are criminals right throughout the country.
Correct.
But he is blaming himself, you know. He is blaming himself, and the most notorious gang that he's heading, he is blaming them. Look, they're unleashing crime on the citizens. Look at the roads. That's a crime against the citizens, you know. Property tax is a crime against the citizens, you know. They're treating the citizens as nobody. So what the criminals go do? The criminals seeing it every day. So the criminals have no respect for nobody, not even the police service. And if they want to solve crime, they have to get serious about the police service. Get rid of the criminal gangs in the police service. No, I'm not saying they don't have good police officers. They have upright police officers.
Yes.
In the police service, hard working upright. But right in this Julian village, in this Princess Town area, if you go to every bar here that is crowded on that night, is a police officer running the bar. How are you going to solve crime when they're part of it? Get rid of them. Mr. Saeed, you keep up the great work, man. Wish you all the best in this year, in this new year. Wish you progress with your program and everything. God bless you and your staff.
Thank you, my friend. Same to you and family. So here are viewers. You see, there is common sense, and then there's book sense, and then there's work sense. When you get up in the morning and you say, Lord, thank you for life, thank you for health, thank you for strength, guide me as I go out and do my work. Boom, shut. That's the 3 things you're asking God for. So, I just want to tell Erla something. Erla, I am Saeed. I was born to do spiritual work in this country and abroad also. I've met great leaders who came. Lighting light for success. Now, I'm going to tell you something, Erla. Even though a gift has been bestowed upon me to do spirit work, I will beg God from January to December, Erla. I will beg God from January to December and still I get what I want. You know why, Erla? If I don't get up and make a move, the bread will come right here, and if I don't grab it, it will go right back up. And you as the Commissioner of Police need to tell your officers, go after the criminal element. Don't just beg God. God ain't putting the criminals in all your hand. You need to go out and find them. Call her good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
I need your help. My dad died in November, and my mom went on Friday to collect the rest of his money in the bank in RBC Maraval, and they did not want to give her the money.
Okay, hold on. So your dad died?
Yes.
Okay, he had a bank account?
Yes, he had a bank account.
Which bank?
He was a pensioner, RBC Maraval.
RBC, okay, so he had a bank account in RBC?
Yes.
Okay, good. Last year he died?
Yes, he died last year, November the 19th.
Okay, the 19th of November. Now, you being the daughter went to the bank, right?
Yes.
With the death certificate?
Yes.
And all other document that was required by the bank?
Yes.
Now, were there a beneficiary name to the account?
No.
Now, I will tell you something. If there was a beneficiary name, it would have been easier, right?
Okay.
But being the daughter that you presented to the bank the death certificate of your father, which means you are seeking his interest, correct?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
You are the wife. Or the wife, so the wife went to the bank.
Yes, the wife, I took my mom to the bank on Friday.
That's Friday gone?
Yes.
Okay.
She requested his money from the bank. She brought in her marriage license, the death certificate, and requested the money from the bank, and they did not want to release the money.
So the bank don't want to release the dead husband money to the wife?
No.
Did they give a reason why?
They just said that they need a letter of administration, and that will be breaking the laws to give the wife the money.
Now, did you receive any cash from the bank at all?
Yes, they said the bank policy is to give out only $10,000 for the burial of the person.
Only 10?
Yes.
But did they tell you to go to get a lawyer or anything?
Yes, they told me to go and get a lawyer, but the lawyer told me that the amount of money and the time it would take is not worth it.
Oh, so more or less the bank keeping your your dad cash?
Yes.
Wow. And they refuse to give you the money?
Yes, they refuse to give my mom the money.
This is ridiculous, boy.
And she's a pensioner as well.
Wow. My dear, thank you so much for highlighting the matter.
Thank you, Mr. Sayeed.
So why it is that the bank just don't give the wife the money? Why? With somebody who working in the bank industry in Trinidad and Tobago, would you all say something? I mean, he doesn't need a letter of administration to get land and vehicle and these things. But the cash in the bank, I mean, nah, boy, that's ridiculous, boy. That's ridiculous. So we're going back to earlier. Earlier, I was saying, if I, as much as God have blessed me with the ability to snap my finger and light a light and get things done, if I don't get up and work, I wouldn't get it done earlier. I want you to understand that I will beg God from January to December. But if I don't make an attempt to work, nothing will happen. And I want you to understand that, Christopher. Is Christopher? Hola, Christopher. The amount of name she have. Common sense is common sense, Hola. You done fail your 100 days already. Try a different method. And I will tell you, random raids in the community. Let me tell you something, you're cleaning up a community now for now. Take what I'm telling you. Call her good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead your life.
Just get the bank card and start drawing out the money.
I'm
Go
not
in the
here.
fast service. Take the bank card, if you have a bank card, and go to the ATM and draw the money.
Well said, well said. Thank you, my dear, well said. So, Hayward Christopher first stressed the importance of divine support to crime fighting on March 16, 2023 during a meeting of the Greater Sharona's Chamber of Commerce. Listen to this.
So, it is not as though an evil has spread over the land. And we must recognize, those of you who are spiritually inclined, you must recognize this is beyond the physical. And unless we seek the intervention of that greater spirit, whatever we may call him, we know we have different religions. So who will call him God, who will call him Allah, I'm not too sure. Krishna, I might be out of place, but I'm not too sure. But one thing I am sure about, all of us, if not all of us, 99% of us believe in a superior being. And we need to invoke the help of that being if we need to really bring Trinidad and Tobago back to that place where we want it to be. Because the police could come up with whatever strategy. The other agencies could come up, but unless we enlist the help of God, we will be working in vain.
You will be working in vain. So Ola, if after 30 days, you ain't get your salary, what will happen? You work in vain. You work in vain. You see, there's a method. And we as human beings need to understand that. I just do spiritual work. I'm born gifted to do spiritual work. But if I don't get up and go after it, if I don't get up and go do what I have to do, it would not be done by itself. Right now, criminals in Trinidad and Tobago are laughing at TTPS. They're laughing at the Commissioner of Police that is running TTPS. Hence the reason why crime is escalating in Trinidad and Tobago, because the bandit, hey, you understand? The bandit association in Trinidad and Tobago are laughing at the Commissioner. Because she have no plan on how to come after the bandit association in Trinidad and Tobago. Call her good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Pleasant good night to you and your staff. Happy New Year. Mr. Saieed, we had Mr. Griffith, Mr. Gary Griffith, as the Commissioner of Police. I would like to find out tonight under what condition the Prime Minister moved Mr. Gary Griffith, saying that he have no confidence in him. Why he take out a hard-working person and put in somebody who ain't doing nothing, that unable? So then I want to know if our country have been sacrificed by Mr. Rowley and his cabinet. Good night,
Thank you, my friend. To be honest with you, the Prime Minister alone know what he did. The Prime Minister and God alone know what transpired there. So viewers, we're going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to hear the PM. I will defend myself. That's what the Prime Minister is saying after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Realtalk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on a roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Realtalk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Realtalk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has rejected a daily newspaper editorial which claimed he never declared the purchase of a townhouse in Tobago to the Integrity Commission. However, Dr. Rowley vowed to defend himself against any type of disinformation aimed at ruining his reputation. He added that an editor accused him of being shameless or having hey, Rowley easy. He had that what is shameless is that this information in an editorial is published in the face of mountain of evidence to contrary in the public domain. Even in the files of the said newspaper, Rowley made it abundantly clear that at no time did he or any person acting on his behalf, including his attorney, ever advance anywhere that he did not include his townhouse in his declaration. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live, yes.
Tell Ola she's talking stupidness. Go and look after she Prime Minister. He says that he went to Likoto for Manning. So why is she looking for intervening whatever? She should go to the Prime Minister.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
So Trinidad and Tobago, school fights again, El Dorado, look at this. School fights in Trinidad and Tobago once more, look at that. Now, saying that, Ministry of Education Minister Nian Gasbidoli said she has the power and the authority to send them to Milat and to suspend them from school with immediate effect. Let me tell you something. Gasbidoli, you need to buck up your sandal. Look at that. You gonna tell me somebody kicking my son like my daughter like that in school? Or you making joke? If the ministry acting, I acting. If the ministry not acting, I am acting. And I gonna tell you something, because of the ministry failing to act in school violence, it have plenty children in school. You see 2024? Plenty of them in school. You go hear where they go end up. I ain't saying where they go end up, you know. But you see what time is getting harder and money is becoming more and more hard to come by. Some parents ain't sitting down and watching no children beat them child. Take what I'm telling you. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Mr. Saieed.
I'm
calling from New Jersey.
New Jersey, welcome New Jersey.
Doesn't that woman song so ridiculous? Intervention? Why doesn't she and Heinz and everyone go after the Bandits Association? These people are roaming the streets and she's doing nothing about it. I'm just telling you, I'm calling from New Jersey, and the U.S. Embassy is telling citizens do not come to Trinidad because of the crime.
Crime level is too high. The crime level is preventing you from coming. That's what she said, eh? Imagine that. We have outsiders who want to come in Trinidad. But because of the crime level. Is it that crime run away in Trinidad? I don't know. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
All right. Why this commissioner, why they don't get she a church to run? You understand?
Yes.
And my suggestion is take away all the vehicles from the police and give them bicycles. Today we only have air-conditioned cops. Every vehicle is air-conditioned, they're driving in. Posh play.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, listen this, Listen this. Gasby is saying hundreds of millions of dollars are being spent, but yet they cannot publish which schools were repaired in Trinidad and Tobago for last year. They're talking how much money they spent, but they can't give an account for how much money was spent on which school. Residents and law enforcement square off in Pinal during a fiery protest last week. Protesters were calling for a new school building for students at St. Dominic RC Primary School. Protesters blocked several areas along Lachu Road, Penal, Rock Road and Clark Road with burning debris. The fire service extinguished the flames and cleared the rubble, but the residents continued to block the road. Following an altercation with a resident and the police, there was several verbal clash between the officers and protesters, but no one was arrested. Kim St. Clair, Parent Teacher Council Treasurer, stated that they will continue protesting until proper accommodation are put in place for the students. In 2017, the students were relocated to the Pina Community Center. Listen to this. In 2017, the students were relocated to the Pina Community Center and the St. Dominic RC Church after an earthquake damaged the school building. However, parents complained that the condition were uncomfortable, unsafe, and unhealthy for students. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeb.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Saeb, if they clean up the police force, the crime will never done. Like the whole thing. And this morning, everybody calling in. A big police, the army killed the two women or something like that, right? He pretended to go on, he said, a big police come and step on station and so on, and try to play it down and thing, and say they go get in trouble. You ever hear that? Everybody would show a picture one time if people get killed. He was going on the police service and you racket. You see this morning people started blasting the police and all of them Alexander and cover it up. You know Alexander, he come for the first year, he started lie already. And man only whining, he and Jenny. Have a nice day, but you're not going to call you back. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we return, we're going to hear some of the good works that some TTPS officers are doing right here in Trinidad and Tobago after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Real Talk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Remember, we are offering you 4% on fixed deposit. We are licensed money lenders. We have record service. We could do business. Very soon, we're in January. Very soon, Real Talk going to have Real Talk financing in Guyana. We also have our equipment rental business going on in Guyana presently. So viewers, Guyana is booming for Real Talk. You want to do business with us? Not a problem. I can show you how to flip money and make real money. Why? I'm a licensed money lender and I know how to do my thing. So, anti-crime exercise by police throughout the country on Friday led to the arrest of 6 people and the seizure of 2 guns. So while Trinidad and Tobago officers are trying to fight hard to put an end to criminal activities, we have police officers presently giving us this type of information. Listen to this.
Good morning, WP Advocate.
Hi, good day. My wife called this morning, probably about 2 hours ago, to report a home robbery. We had called the E999. They said that they would call the station, but nobody else has called us as yet.
Okay, so what you all doing? Saying that home and waiting for the police to call all you? You don't know where the station is?
Excuse me?
Do you know where the station is? St. Joseph Station?
Yes.
So why you all don't come in and make a formal report?
Thanks, man.
Huh?
I say thanks.
Okay. Good morning, WP Advocate.
Hi, good day. My wife called this morning, probably about 2 hours ago, to report a home robbery. We had called the E999. They said that they would call the station, but nobody else has called us as yet.
Okay, so what you all doing? Saying that home and waiting for the police to call all you? You don't know where the station is?
Excuse me?
Do you know where the station is? St. Joseph Station?
Yes.
So why you all don't come in and make a formal report?
Thanks, man.
Huh?
Now Trinidad and Tobago, that video circulating on social media in Trinidad and Tobago got a lot of criticism. One, the police officer could have handled better than that. Number 2, you don't know the individual present position. What about if it was some handicapped people? What about if they were old age? What about if they had no transport to come down? This is what I'll be saying. Some officers need discipline in our country. If somebody called the station, not because your husband or your boyfriend or your man get you vexed, you're going to take it out on other people. No, it don't work so. If you know you have a sick attitude, let somebody else answer the phone. Let somebody else answer the phone. Now I understand that the seniors in that station, that according to what they are saying, that they are going to discipline the officer. But we don't know how as yet. He said the senior said that they are not going to tolerate that type of behavior in their station. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Yeah, calling from Miami here.
Welcome, Miami.
I don't think that the discipline they give the officer was the right thing. I think she should have made her do some community service right in that area, like go to the school and so forth and deal with the children and some community service in that area. And take her put her all the way to Toko and let her go and do other things. And another thing, I like your Friday line. It's boss.
Friday Night Live.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, it's something new we introduced. It's something new we introducing on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's Saieed Backyard Cookout. If you have artists in Trinidad and Tobago and all want to come on a Friday night, all are invited to come down. Not a problem. Work with that doc, a little meet or some kind of thing. We go cook a pot. We go enjoy. We go have a little entertainment. And we Friday night. Now, I'll tell you something. Backyard Cookout in Trinidad and Tobago is like it fading away. You didn't pop a cracker, a bubbler pot, 2 tables and a chair, a little ring band crew, a little spread ball crew, and we singing, we dancing, we cooking, we liming. That type of thing seems to be missing in Trinidad and Tobago. So I, Saieed, decided to reintroduce that to Trinidad and Tobago. So this will be our Friday night line, viewers. On a Friday, tune in and we liming, we cooking, we drinking non-alcoholic, we drinking water, we drinking drinks. But that is going to be our Friday night line from us Friday gone. So if you know you could cook a duck, you want to be aired on television, you want to come down and line with us on number 14 Carolina Savannah Road in Shoguners. There's a big Real Talk sign in front of our building. You can't miss it. If you're an artist and you want to come in and join our little Friday night line, it's not a problem. We're spreading our one love. We're spreading our nice vibes. We're spreading the old traditions of where people used to get together in the backyard to bubble a pot. So if you want to be part of it, it's not a problem. Remember, we are the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. And we only change our Friday night line because of what is taking place. We're missing the entertainment. We're missing the part of the tradition of where the youths coming together, where the children, where the old folks coming together and having a little cook. Exchanging a little idea of, you know, well, boy, what you want to do when you get big, or what you're going to do next week. You know, some kind of nice vibes, creating a different mental thinking atmosphere. That is what we create on a Friday night. So, viewers, we are out of time. We have 1 minute again on our program tonight. Remember, we run up this is tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and we'll be back here another night for Real Talk with Saieed live. Remember, we offer you 4%. You're not getting it nowhere in Trinidad and Tobago again. We have a money lending agency. You need cash borrow. It's not a problem. Remember, those of you who have US to sell, contact me and let's do some business. So, Trinidad and Tobago, we have our wrecking service. We have vehicles for sale. Hey, before we go, Marlon Andrews. Marlon, you want to play hiding? No, don't play hiding. I will stink you up on national television. What is it? Don't feel like you do like, what is your name? Don't feel like you do like Narissa, you know. Don't feel like you do Narissa. Let me tell you something, Narissa business crashing, you know. Narissa business crashing and your car take, watch me, your car come and rob me and go with my money. Things will happen to you. Things will happen to you. Watch man, you was under the water when you come and borrow money. Let me tell you something, you go sink. You go sink. Right now, Narissa have a name in Trinidad and Tobago as a bad paying person. So Marlon, if you want to end up the same way, it's not a problem, you know. Is not a problem. I know. So Marlon, contact my office, drop my vehicle for me. Case closed, talk done. Because I'm going to send the bailiffs to shake down your house. You wouldn't like it, your family ain't going to like it. But at the end of the day, you took something from me. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, tomorrow, God's be alive. I am back here with you. Until we meet again, good night.